Good evening, and welcome to the annual Fort Finley Playhouse Banquet. I have had the privilege of serving as the Fort Finley Playhouse's president for the 2018-2019 season, and would like to start out by thanking all of you for making our celebratory season a success. The Fort Finley Playhouse has been lucky enough to be in its current location for 50 years. When planning the shows for this season, the Play Reading Committee assigned itself the task of selecting a standout show from each decade of our last 50 years. Representing the 2000s, the first show of our season was You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. In this fun-loving, high-energy musical, director Aaron Williams and choreographer Caroline Guy transported the audience to the comic section where they found their favorite Peanuts characters. Flying dog houses, giant pencils, colorful kites, tree houses, and more created a magical cartoon playground packed with many iconic memories from the beloved childhood comic. And in the end, the cast helped remind us all that happiness is anyone or anything that's loved by you. Next, director J.R. Smith and assistant director Heidi Raymond took on the 1980s with the Halloween-time thriller Death Trap. This cast worked diligently to create believable and intriguing characters and relationships that gave the show a complex, intimate, and sinister life. Death Trap was filled with tricks and surprises that kept the audience on the edge of their seats from beginning to end. In October of 1968, Arsenic and Old Lace became the very first show ever performed on our stage. Director Vicki McClurkin treated the audience to this classic play for our holiday season. The cast of kooky but lovable characters had the audiences roaring, with this timeless comedy making it a standout in our stellar season. This winter, Jim Toth took us back to the 90s on a journey to Lewicki, Texas to visit the Turnover family. Both familiar and new faces worked together to form a family unit that any audience member could find themselves a part of. By displaying the highs, lows, and all of the dynamics in between, this cast and production staff provided a personal and touching experience in Daddy's Dying, Who's Got the Will? While celebrating many things in our past this season, we also spent some time celebrating something new in an evening of one acts. New directors James Faust, Rob Stauffer, Kim Marquardt, and Jordan Gottschalk provided an evening of entertainment packed with actors and scripts that gave the audiences a small flavor of many things that the theater has to offer. Comedy, drama, music, love, hate, dating, tests, self-discovery, and family were all present on one stage throughout the productions of Box and Cox, Driver's Test, Most Massive Woman Wins, and Check Please. Wrapping up our season, we ended celebrating the 1970s with the Sondheim musical A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. Music director J.R. Smith, choreographer Caroline Guy, and assistant director Rob Stauffer worked together to create a story and musical numbers that showcased a large ensemble of talented performers in this absurd musical comedy. Every night, the cast and orchestra had the audience wiping away tears of laughter as they stood on their feet celebrating our final show of the season. As I left the theater on Sunday and was able to reflect back on this season and our time spent together, I was overwhelmed with the sense of three things. History. Our history is a vital piece of who we are as a theater. It's how we know what works, what doesn't work, and what might work. Our history has given us an identity in the community and has provided us an opportunity to touch so many people's hearts through our passion for theater. I am so grateful to have been a part of celebrating all the things that the Fort Finley Playhouse has done over the past 50 years. Second, inspiration. Celebrating all of the things that we have done in the past sparks thoughts of what we can do next. I urge you not to grow complacent with what we do well. Instead, I hope this season has inspired you for what we can do next and what we can do better. The Fort Finley Playhouse has so much to offer the community, and my hope is that over our 2019-2020 season, we will be able to learn and grow and impact new audiences across Northwest Ohio. Lastly, I was left with a feeling of family. Through thick and through thin, all out or all in, at the corner of Sandusky and West, we'll always get through it together. While we have suffered great loss this year, I am so pleased with how our family has grown. I am truly honored to be a part of this family and cannot wait to see what the 2019-2020 season has in store for us. Tango Familia.